Hello again, Gemini. Dadhichi here. It's February 2017. I've taken a snapshot of the heavens for this month. I just wanted to briefly talk to you about what may be happening to you and what I noticed. And it's a point in the zodiac that's not often talked about. It's called the South Node, or as Hindu astrologers refer to it, Ketu. If I look at your horoscope, and excuse me if I keep looking to the side, I'm looking at the chart and also the transit positions, we see that this planet's just hovering right at the upper part of your horoscope right now. And this part of the horoscope is to do with your professional life, your career. And really, again, another thing that's not talked about much is that this part of the horoscope has to do with your identity, the development of your self. So it's a very spiritual point relating to past karma. Interestingly, it's not too far away, and it's just passed over Neptune, also in this part of your horoscope. And this really points to the fact that there are some important, deeper levels of understanding unfolding through your work, which is as it should be, I would say, given that we should ideally learn from our mistakes in the past. Now, what's going on here? Neptune is notorious for creating some confusion in the way it plays out in one's life. And what I see here is very much to do with being able to go back into your past and honestly look at where you've screwed up and how you can actually rectify that. I remember I was a salesman 20 years ago, even more probably, in the early 90s. I'm giving my age away now. And I remember I had a little technique, because of course you can't win every sale, but I recall using this technique where if I actually lost a sale, I'd accept that, but then I would go back to the client and, most salesmen would just move on to the next sale. But I always wanted to find out where I'd fallen down, and that would give me the opportunity, of course, to improve my skills next time around. And so that's what I'm saying. If you are conscious enough, got a bit of a cold, sorry. If you're conscious enough, you will be able to drill down deeply into this past life pattern, this current life pattern, and see where you've actually fallen down. And I think that's very, very important for improving your skills before this South Node moves out of this area into your ninth house. Prior to that, around the 18th of February, you're going to see the movement of the Sun moving into this 10th house of career. Now, that is usually a very, very good placement for the Sun. It attains what we call directional strength, and it will remain there for the rest of the month into next month. And this planet for you is ruling your third house of pardon me, courage, communication, short travels, and the conscious mind. Communication is very much enhanced by this area of the zodiac and the planets that rule this area of the zodiac. So the fact that there's going to be a contact made between this planet and this upper part of your horoscope, your profession, Ketu, this South Node, which is very spiritual and sort of looking back at those things that have made you who you are, then I think this second half of the month is going to really lift things dramatically. You're going to be a lot more active, a lot more push and shove. And I think that comes through having honestly looked at where you could improve things in your professional life. The Sun moving into 10th house is excellent for promotions and that type of thing. And that's all against the backdrop of this current Saturn transit that you've had in this 7th house, which makes it difficult to really... It's not that you can't communicate. I mean, you're the consummate communicator. But Saturn in the 7th house, it sort of pulls you away from people somewhat. It makes you re-examine your motivation for being with people. Is this just simply a distraction from yourself? And you recall at the beginning of the reading, I said that apart from this 10th house relating to your professional development, it has to do with your ego development, your consciousness of self and who you are. So there's a really strong focus on this, how you can make more impact on the world around you through learning through these eras. And you can apply this to your relationships as well, Gemini. As the month commences, we see the Moon and Mars together in your 11th house. This is what we call a partile conjunction. Moon at 2 degrees Aries, Mars at 2 degrees Aries. So they're exactly aligned. And Mars for you is the ruler of the 11th house. So your drive for friendships is strong. Your emotional commitment to friendship is strong. There's a certain amount of volatility associated with this combination. And there may even be volatility surrounding financial matters because the Moon is ruling your 2nd house of finances. We see the full moon taking place in the 3rd house on February 11th. The 3rd house is journeys, travels. And with the sun being high up there in the 9th house of journeys, so this period could herald some interest in, just getting out and about, taking some time off, that type of thing. And your creativity level is still also powering ahead due to the presence of Jupiter in your 5th house, which we said would continue there up until October. So you've got plenty of time and plenty of room, plenty of scope to really allow this part of your personality to flourish, and especially after the 18th of the month when Sun moves into this specific area. So this is a month about learning from your lessons, learning from your past mistakes, and that's the lesson, and using that in a way to, I'm trying to find the words here, not sort of sweeping that under the rug. I think it's going to serve you better, especially if you're being scrutinised maybe by your employers or your co-workers, to just come straight out and show people that you understand where you've fallen down and what you've done and how you are improving that to the benefit of the team, to the company, to the household, to the relationship. So in all of these areas, this attitude is tantamount, and I think it's going to serve you very, very well. I do look forward to your company next month. Don't forget, look, these are just abbreviated readings. They're just like snapshots of what's happening here, thematically, as I've said in the past. Take a look at the more detailed reading if you wish, daily, monthly and yearly. We've got the new yearly readings out at astrology.com.au, and I do look forward to your company again next month. Any questions, you know where to contact me here. Just come to the site, send me a note. I'm more than happy to hear from you. Take care.